IELTS Speaking Practice Advice Notes. In this video, we'll review the top 10 speaking tips to achieve a high band level of 7.5 to 9 in IELTS. We look at 10 things you should do and 10 things you should avoid. Finally, I'll give you a useful 4-step formula for answering questions during the speaking part in an IELTS exam. Let's start. 10 important advice notes. Number 1. Don't try to be perfect. Don't pause too much searching for perfect grammar. Keep the flow going with natural fillers like, well, actually, or that's an interesting question. A high band level speaker sounds confident and continuous, not robotic. Number 2. Expand every answer. Never give one-sentence answers. Always explain, plus give an example, plus add detail. Here's an example. Instead of saying, I like reading, say, I enjoy reading, especially historical novels, because they allow me to escape daily stress. For instance, last month I read a novel about, and so on. Note 3. Use a range of vocabulary. For example, instead of only saying good, use beneficial, valuable, rewarding. Also, don't memorize lists. Use words you would actually say in conversation. Note 4. Showcase complex grammar naturally. Slip in conditionals, relative clauses, and the passive voice where appropriate. For example, if I had more free time, I would, or the person who influenced me most is. In other words, balance accuracy with variety. Note 5. Pronunciation matters more than accent. Clear intonation and stress are of course essential, so emphasize key words, use a rise and fall in tone naturally, and avoid speaking in a flat monotone. Even with a strong accent, you can hit a high band level if you're understandable. Note 6. Don't memorize answers. Examiners spot prepared speeches immediately. Instead, practice structures and strategies like storytelling, comparisons, cause and effect, and apply them spontaneously. Note 7. Practice speaking under pressure. Record yourself answering random IELTS questions in 1 to 2 minutes. Then listen back, checking for speed, fluency, and filler words. Practicing like this reduces exam day nerves. Number 8. Develop storytelling skills. IELTS loves personal stories and examples. Use the past, present, future strategy. For example, past, when I was a child, present, now I usually, and future, in the future I hope to. Number 9. Control pace and pauses. Avoid rushing. Use short pauses for effect, like native speakers do. For example, I'd say the most memorable trip I had was when I visited Japan last year. Number 10. Confidence plus personality win. Treat the examiner like a real conversation partner. Smile and use natural gestures. It's okay to admit you don't know. Just explain, I'm not very familiar with that topic, but I think. Showing personality boosts fluency and coherence scores. So in summary, IELTS speaking isn't about perfect English. It's about sounding like a natural, confident communicator who can develop ideas clearly. Before we look at the 10 mistakes to avoid, a quick reminder. Continually improve your English. Click the subscribe button, the bell icon, and then all. So now let's look at 10 mistakes to avoid. Note 1. Avoid giving very short answers. The examiner asks, "Do you like sports?" A weak answer would be, "Yes, I do." The answer shows no fluency or development. Number 2. Speaking too slowly with long pauses. Constantly stopping to think equals lack of fluency. Pauses are fine, but too many make you sound uncertain. Note 3. Memorized answers. Examiners immediately recognize rehearsed speeches. For example, "Sports are very essential for the development of mankind." That just sounds manufactured and fake. Note 4. Overusing simple words. Saying good, bad, nice, very, many all the time. Top band levels require a wider range of vocabulary. Things to avoid. Number 5. Grammar mistakes that change meaning. For example, "If I will have time, I will go." This is incorrect. Note the first will is unnecessary because the if clause already refers to a future possibility. We use the present simple tense in the if clause even when talking about the future. The correct version is, "If I have time, I will go." Frequent grammar errors can stop you from reaching high band levels. Number 6. Flat pronunciation and no intonation. Speaking like a robot, same tone, no stress, is another mistake. It makes it harder for examiners to follow and reduces pronunciation score. Number 7. Rushing and not organizing ideas. Talking too fast without structure equals a messy answer. It's better to pause briefly, then answer step by step. I give an example of how to do that later in this video. Number 8. Avoiding complex sentences. Sticking only to simple subject plus verb plus object structures. You need to show variety. Include conditionals, relative clauses, linking words. Number 9. Things to avoid. Going off topic. Rambling too far from the question or ignoring it completely. An example. The answer to a question about hobbies could become a long story about an experience you had on vacation. Number 10. Showing stress instead of confidence. Nervous laughs, apologizing too much, or saying, "Sorry, my English is bad." Examiners don't want apologies. They want clear communication. So, in summary, lower band level students sound hesitant, repetitive, and, well, just basic. High band level students sound confident, flexible, and engaged. So, the IELTS Speaking Model Answer Framework. Think of it as 4 steps. Number 1, direct answer in 1 sentence. Immediately respond to the question so you stay on topic. For example, "Yes, I really enjoy reading." 2. Explanation in 1 or 2 sentences. Explain why you gave that answer. For example, "I find it relaxing because it helps me forget about stress and learn new ideas." 3. Example or personal story. Another 2 or 3 sentences. Add detail, a memory, or a real-life experience. For example, "For instance, last month I read the biography about Steve Jobs, and it gave me a completely different view of the word unrealistic." 4. Extension, future, comparison in 1 or 2 sentences. Add extra depth, compare, predict, or connect to the future. For example, "Compared to time spent on social media, I think reading is a more valuable use of my time. So I have set goals on reading a number of books this year." So, to put it all together, here's an example of a high band level answer. Question: do you enjoy reading? Answer using steps 1 to 4 we've just reviewed. 1. Direct answer: yes, I really enjoy reading. 2. Explain: I find it relaxing because it helps me forget about stress and learn new ideas. 3. Example: for instance, last month I read the biography about Steve Jobs, and it gave me a completely different view of the word unrealistic. 4. Extension: compared to time spent on social media, I think reading is a more valuable use of my time. So I have set goals on reading a number of books this year. Now, why this works? It directly answers the question, so there's coherence. It shows a range of grammar, present, past, future, comparisons. It uses natural vocabulary, not memorized lists. And it expands ideas in a clear, logical way. Repeat, learn, and employ these 10 advice notes and 10 mistakes to avoid, along with the 4-step process for giving answers, and you greatly increase the likelihood of getting a high band level with the IELTS exam. You can also take online IELTS mock tests from home. They include full-length IELTS mock tests and detailed test reports by certified IELTS examiners. Just go to davidfjames.com/IELTS or click the link in the description below. Has this video helped you? Then like, share or comment now. And build a powerful English vocabulary with my free course on Udemy. Just go to goodenglish.online.